Proud sponsor of Festback 2016, Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion, IP&E, Fueling Excellence, McDonald's of Guam, I'm Loving It, Pacific Solar, and Chuck E. Cheese's Guam, where all games are just one token.
The family of a murdered police officer continues to demand justice. The AG may want GovGuam to take over control sooner, but the feds have a different opinion. And yet another bomb threat cancels classes. Hafa and good evening. He's gone, but not forgotten. 6 months may have passed since veteran Guam police officer Sergeant Albert Piolo was shot to death, but his family and friends continue to make public outcries for justice. Crystal Paco takes us to a rally held earlier this afternoon in Dededo.
I'm concerned. Yes, I'm concerned with we're not going to get the fair trial.
Edison Piolo is the only brother to the late Albert Piolo. The veteran police officer was fatally shot 6 months ago. The sole suspect in his murder is fellow GPD officer Mark Torrey Jr. Torrey was released on house arrest as he awaits trial next month. Since Bert's passing, family and friends have hosted multiple rallies along Marine Corps Drive for what they call justice for Bert. Today, their cries were heard in Dededo.
People got me know why we're doing this, because we want justice for my brother.
Piolo tells KUAM today he's upset by a recent court order that reunited Torrey with his father, a lieutenant with GPD and key witness in the case.
To me, they probably have been talking already.
According to 911 recordings from that night, Bert phoned twice for help, stating he had been shot in the chest and that Torrey was with him at the time. Bert was dropping Torrey home when the alleged shooting occurred.
How do you bring a gun to a club? You know, you're a cop, you're a SWAT, you're a veteran, you should know better.
Piolo has one message to the father and son.
Nobody's above the law. Nobody.
Torrey is charged with murder, manslaughter, and aggravated assault. He's set to face a jury on February 8. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
The U.S. Attorney's Office is urging the district court to reject GovGuam's bid to take over early control of the LADs on landfill and instead keep Guam's solid waste management in the hands of the receiver for at least another 2 years. Nestor Lecanto reports.
In its filing, the U.S. Attorney urged District Court Judge Francis Tadinko Gatewood to adopt the Gershman, Brickner, and Bratton plan, which calls for a transition of authority by December of 2017. But Attorney General Liz Barrett Anderson says her client, GovGuam, is ready to take over by October of this year.
What we would like the court to consider is to allow the Guam Solid Waste Board to hire a general manager so that that general manager can start and begin the work and the task, the tedious task of transitioning from the work of the receiver to back to the government of Guam.
In opposing the request, the U.S. Attorney points out that GovGuam has sought twice before to replace the receiver in June 2013 and February 2014, but each time they were rejected by Judge Gatewood. GovGuam has also proposed a new financial plan to pay for an estimated $40 million in additional projects and post-closure care at the former ORDOT dump. It calls in part for the refunding of the 2009 bonds that paid for the landfill, which will save about $12 million.
Not only did they work with the governor's financial team, but also bond counsel. And the plan that is developed in there is a cost savings plan. And if the court accepts that, it will work. It will work.
But the U.S. Attorney describes the plan as an empty assurance that assumes a lot, including that the projected savings will in fact be directed toward the projects and dump post-closure. But the bottom line for the AG is that while she appreciates the receiver's work, it's time, she says, to get landfill operations back in local hands.
The members of the Guam Solid Waste Board are extraordinary, and they want to work. And they want to begin the transition from the receiver back to the government of Guam. And I'm very confident that this board can do it.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Thanks, Nestor. The Guam Education Facilities Foundation is holding on to hope it will be able to roll up its sleeves and get to work to fix Guam's public schools. And at the top of the list of renovations of dilapidated Simon Sanchez High School.
We were hopeful and had a timeline to be under construction late this fall.
And completion by school year 2018. But that's all changed now that a protest has been filed.
This has the potential to push it much beyond that.
Meet Guam Education Facilities Foundation Vice President of Construction and Development, Sean Easter. His nonprofit organization was determined to be the highest qualified bidder for the $100 million RFP to reconstruct Simon Sanchez High and develop the comprehensive capital improvement program for the Department of Education. GEF should sound familiar. They were behind the construction and expansion of Ukadu High School, Estumbo Middle, League One Elementary, and Atticao Elementary School.
All of our projects were completed on time.
Stay connected to the world at home from everywhere you are. Get the KUAM News app for the latest in local news, videos, sports, streaming Isla 63 AM, weather, and more. Available for free now at the iTunes App Store or Google Play.
You too can win in Calvo's Insurance Ride Your Dreams giveaway. If you are a Calvo's Insurance home or personal auto customer, you qualify to enter by texting LOYAL to 2015. And if you need an insurance quote, text QUOTE to 2015 for a chance to win in our grocery giveaway. Thank you, KUAM, for placing your trust in Calvo's. Insure with Calvo's today and ride your dreams to reality.
Do you work hard and need to get away? Then play Micronesia Mall's Drive Away Getaway game and you could win 3 Nissan car driveaways plus 30 getaways to Manila on Philippine Airlines. Just present mall receipts to enter and win the Nissan Rogue Beach Package, the sizzling Sentra SR, the Rogue Sport Package, plus great instant prizes from Burger King and Foot Locker. Shop and win more cars, trips, and prizes when you play Micronesia Mall's Drive Away Getaway game.
It's Triple J Auto Group's Drive Now and Pay Later event going on now. Buy the car of your dreams and make no payment for 90 days. Get in an all-new Honda, Acura, Ford, Mazda, Lincoln, Volvo, or Kia and pay nothing for 3 months on approved credit. Plus, we've got unbelievable savings in all remaining 2015s and many 2016s. Now's the time to buy during Triple J's Drive Now, Pay Later event. Visit us online at carsquam.com and get pre-approved instantly. Download our free app on Apple and Google stores. Some conditions apply. See dealer for details. Triple J Auto Group. Customers first.
Follow KUAM News on Twitter or become a fan on Facebook to get all your daily headlines.
Hafidin, welcome back. 7 Japanese military ships pulled into Apra Harbor to participate in Guam exercise. According to the Navy, the ship's part of the Japan Maritime Defense Force. They will operate off the coast of Guam for the next couple of days, likely practicing naval gunnery, anti-submarine warfare, tactical maneuvering, adaptability in a marine environment, communication drills, and personnel exchanges. The U.S. is not participating, we should note, in this exercise. It is the latest and 4th attempt to fix a historic landmark in southern Guam, and today during session, senators discussed Bill 214 that would appropriate $300,000 to make repairs to the pneumatic bridge towers. Senator Michelson Nicholas objected to the bill, saying there are other overriding priorities lawmakers should consider first.
I would love to get all the votes in pneumatic, but this is about the needs of the community and whether or not we're using these resources at their highest and best use.
So Nicholas says a recent letter from GMH indicates they have a $600,000 bill that needs to be paid to GPA or its power will be cut off next month. In the meantime, Senator Tony Addis says during the public hearing, several residents testified over safety concerns over the bridge.
It's not about votes. It's about the public safety. How dare he talks about votes and not looking at the safety factor of that bridge.
Bill 214 was eventually moved to the voting file. Bring it on, the best way to describe the reaction from the legislature's executive director, Vince Arreola. Arreola welcomes Adeloop's request for the Guam OPA to conduct a forensic audit of the Capital District Fund. On Thursday, the governor's senior advisor, Troy Torres, accused the legislature of illegally taking money from the fund and using it for operations. Arreola says its parent Adeloop doesn't care about the truth because they've submitted documents verifying the transactions are legit. And with all the back and forth between the legislature and Adeloop on GovGuam finances, it should make for an interesting oversight hearing set for the 25th. Called to the table are DOA, BBMR, and Rev and Tax. The 3 agencies are asked to provide a report on this fiscal year's appropriation reserves and allocations, deposits into the Income Tax Refund Efficient Payment Trust Fund, and how much in past due vendor payments and receivables exist in the government. The oversight is set for the 25th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Just as draft legislation makes its way through Congress regarding the Puerto Rico debt crisis, Senator Frank Blas Jr. is hoping leaders in Washington will consider adding issues facing Guam as well. Blas plans to travel to D.C. and will meet with Assistant Secretary for Insular Affairs Esther Kaya-Aina on the matter. He says just as momentum builds in Congress, he hopes leaders can include matters into the bill, such as reimbursement to Guam for payment of the federal Earned Income Tax Credit, lifting the Medicaid cap, and compact impact reimbursements. New to the concert scene, Trench Fest has made a name for itself as one of the top reggae events on island. Its next two-day festival happens this weekend, and with the lineup is Issa Baza.
A lot of energy, a lot of good, positive vibes, our mottos of aloha music.
That's what fans can expect from the two-day Trench Fest concert that rocks until midnight at the Guam Greyhound Park in Tamuning. The event features regional reggae heavy hitters, including The Green, Catch a Fire, Mauli, and Sons of Zion. The artists shared their excitement for the show at a press conference this morning.
It's really cool for us to be here, and it's different than last year. Last year was Irish and Portuguese and Josh and Stephen Josh, so it's a little more island reggae kind of vibe this year.
The Green vocalist Zion Thompson says he's excited to perform alongside Mauli, which has become one of the biggest bands out of Maui, Hawaii. Mauli bassist Nu'u Singh Kahalehau.
What separates Trench Fest from what we've seen so far from being here for the last day, of course, is definitely the family vibe, like Zion was saying. We really have that camaraderie of getting all the bands together, and it's a special thing. So we're stoked to be again with the Green and with our brothers from New Zealand as well.
Friday's show starts off with a Hawaiian reggae flavor, while Saturday's show picks up with a New Zealand twist. And aside from foreign artists, local bands will also take the stage, including four-piece band, The John Deng Show, Chris Boomer, and Youthful Elders.
We are currently sold out of two-day passes at the gas stations. So at this point, if you are looking for tickets and you're going to buy last minute, we do have the ticket booth open today from 3 p.m. until the concert's done.
Chris Sanchez said Trench Fest aims to collaborate through music and culture and ultimately provide a positive outlet for Guam residents.
I think it will be well received. Everyone's very familiar with this sound, and we're excited to see everyone come out, and doors open at 5. We'll see you all there.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Issa Baza.
Stay tuned. Sports is coming up next.
Bum, bum, bum. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We worked so very hard to double our capacity.
We built a strong 4G network with the fastest LTE.
We have the new $80 plan with unlimited calls and texts.
8 gigs with 5-speed data makes this
wireless plan the best. Jingle bells, switch to GTA. Don't just catch the spirit, capture your holiday.
Call now.
One of our main goals at Payless Supermarkets is to build a healthier, happier community. So in 2016, we want to introduce the redesigned Health Smart program. Meet our registered dietitian.
Off the day, I'm Rose.
She's here to assist you with nutritional education and simple ways to make healthier decisions while shopping. Together, we've created 7 health-related categories, and we'll be featuring products from each category every month. Look for these Health Smart labeled items on our shelves to help you find healthier choices for your dietary needs. You can also sign up for weekly store tours with Rose, where you can learn helpful nutritional information about Health Smart items. There will also be special deals after each tour or discounts for partnering gyms. Spaces are limited, so sign up at our service counters or at paylessmarkets.com. And if you're looking for some healthy ideas, visit us on Start Smart Mondays, where our Jackie booths will be sampling delicious healthy products and recipes you can try at home. We hope to help you so that the healthy choice is also the easy choice for a healthier, happier you.
Ruby Tuesday now gives you more for lunch. Endless trips to the Fresh Garden Bar, plus add-ons, mini combinations, and even new meal options. It's the new lunchtime menu, available Monday to Friday until 2 p.m., only at Ruby Tuesday.
New
year, new ride. It's Cars Plus New Year's sales event. For a limited time only, make no payments for 90 days. That's right, no payment for 90 days. The spacious award-winning Hyundai Santa Fe save $4,000. The redesigned Hyundai Tucson save $4,000. The luxurious Genesis by Hyundai save $7,500. Now's the time to buy from Cars Plus during our New Year's sales event. And if we mention no payment for 90 days, get to Cars Plus and Mighty today before your favorite Hyundai is sold. Pre-apply at carsplusguam.com. Cars Plus, driven by you.
I am truck cleaner. I'm a boarder.
I'm a golfer.
I'm swimmer. Hey, neighbor.
We are parents of an athlete.
I am a coach.
We are volunteers.
Let me win. Can I win?
Let me be brave in the attempt.
Make a difference in an athlete's life. Be a part of Special Olympics Guam.
Keep our dreams alive.
Get involved today.
What's up, Guam? I'm Dave Delgado. Welcome to KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. I have some programming news to pass along to you in just a bit. But first off, your rent-to-own athlete of the week. PXC 51 news along with some information on the Guam Loves Football Ultimate Party giveaway presented by Miller Lite and the stations of KUAM. Check it out. We're here at rent-to-own Dedido for our rent-to-own athlete of the week. Today we have football standout LJ Uggan, and here to present him with a check is Louie. Louie?
Hi, LJ. Congratulations on being rent-to-own's athlete of the week. Who would you like to present this check to?
I would like to present this check to GNYFF.
You're a graduate of Guam High School. After high school, you attended UOG. Now you're playing collegiate football in the States. Tell us about the football team you play on.
The school I go to, Southwestern College. We're located in San Diego, Chula Vista, California. The football team that I play on is a West Coast style offense team. We're a very fast-paced team. We have no huddle, so within the next 8 seconds, we're snapping the ball. On that kind of team, you have to have a very elite group of kids and who want to just work with the program, and it just goes and goes. The West Coast offense won't work without a group of guys who just want to work with the program.
You played wide receiver. You got snaps at quarterback. Tell us how that style of offense caters to your specific skill set.
Well, I started off at quarterback in the summer, and I got cut right away the same day I started tryouts, and they moved me over to wide receiver, and I was comfortable with that. I took some camps. I went to some camps in the summer before I went to Southwestern. Towards the end of the season, we had some injury problems and guys wanting to quit because things weren't going their way, and I guess I just ended up being the last quarterback standing. And when the time came, they asked me, "Hey, can you play some quarterback 3 days before one of the games?" And I was like, "Sure." And then I just stepped up to the plate and just played.
Being a collegiate athlete is really challenging. And any words of encouragement for some of the kids out here that want to play football or any other sport in particular at the next level?
Some words of encouragement is we can do it. You just got to make the move. You got to make some sacrifices. Anybody can do it. It's just a matter of your work ethic and making the move. You just got to make a move and sacrifice something.
All right. Congratulations. Stay tuned to our next rent-to-own athlete of the week.
KUAM Sports Athlete of the Week is brought to you by
PXC 51 goes down in the Philippines tomorrow with bantamweight champion Kyle Money Uggan putting his belt on the line against Korean top team fighter Kwan Ho Kwak. This will be the co-main event fight of the night, with Kyle stepping into the cage with a 9-4 record, while Kwak is 7-0 as a professional. The stations of KUAM present the Guam Loves Football Ultimate Party giveaway presented by Miller Lite. One lucky winner will win a party at their place for 20 people on game day Monday, February 8th, with a big screen viewing experience, gourmet breakfast and lunch buffet, and free-flowing Miller Lite. The party will be hosted by Team I-94, and the Miller Lite girls will be on hand with promo swag giveaways, including a commemorative NFL golden helmet with a one-of-a-kind design from Crowns Guam. To enter, send a pic or short video of you celebrating your favorite sport, repping your favorite teams, or just showing us how much Guam loves football. Your creativity is encouraged. Send photos and videos to promotions@KUAM.com or use hashtag Guam Loves Football on your social media posts. The winner will be announced the first week in February. You must be 21 or older to enter. See KUAM.com for the official rules and regulations. All right, make sure to catch some NFL action this Sunday, January 17th at 7:30 in the morning on KUAM TV 11. It's the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the New England Patriots. Then on Sunday again at 11 a.m. on KUAM TV 8, you can catch the Green Bay Packers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Then on Monday, January 18th at 7:30 in the morning on KUAM TV 11, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers heading to Denver to face the Broncos. Well, that's going to do it for sports. We're back right after this.
This is iPhone 6S. Not much has changed, except it feels different. Now you press lightly to peek and deeper to pop. It changes how easily you can peek a flight, check a post, search for dinner. Ooh, you guys are going to love that place. You can find a getaway easier. Yeah, go there. And find music easier. Wait, are you listening to your own song?
No, I was... hello?
So pretty much everything you do feels different. And that's what's changed.
These used cars are Nissan certified. And let me show you why I stand behind every used car that we sell. First, our certified technicians inspect every used car to make sure it's safe, reliable, and mechanically sound. Then any scratches and dings are given first-class treatment at our body shop. And after thorough detailing inside and out, the car is ready for sale. At a price that's always below Blue Book. That makes Nissan used cars your best buy.
Hey, home on the road again, moving on forward. 6 stones won't break a bone. We're in the car. It's a magical feeling that no one's got home. You're a catalyst to your happiness, you know. This is your home. It's alive. It's pumping down. In a home, my world is whistling. It's whistling.
Your favorites will always be here. But this one won't last long.
Try the new Mushroom Swiss Quarter Pounder, now for a limited time. Get the meal for only $6.99.
Afternoon and welcome back. Let's get to your birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Happy birthday going out to Riza Tori, love Daddy and the girls. Happy 79th birthday going out to Joaquin Santos from the family. Happy birthday to Anthony Tonsionko, coming from his loving brother, sister-in-law, David and Angie, his wife Doris, children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Happy birthday also to Matthew Munya, Jerry Garrido. Happy birthday to Jose Natividad. Celebrating her birthday is Doris Castro Mattingly Hastings. Happy birthday to Anthony Palacios. Celebrating his birthday today. Ray Flores, happy birthday to you, and happy birthday to Thomas Sablon and Maria Palomo. You can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Just check us out on KUAM.com. And finally, congratulations to this week's winner of a Cold Stone Creamery birthday cake, Sherlina Rose Timinglo. Her birthday was Sunday, January 10th. The representative from Cold Stone will contact you and let you know how you can pick up your delicious cake. And that is going to do it for us here on Primetime. Stay tuned. Fiesta Fridays next.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&D.
It is Fiesta Friday, as you could probably tell by that very lovely island-style music. I'm Jason Salas. Thanks so much for staying with us right here on KUAM. We do appreciate it. Is there anything better, my friends, than a love of literacy, especially having such a love with the family? Now, we are going to talk about the Mother Read, Father Read. It's a community-based family literacy program, and who better to tell us all about that than Dr. Kimberly Keeling, the Executive Director of the Guam Humanities Council. And we welcome a new friend right here into our Harmon studios, Nadine Sonengi. She is a facilitator with the Guam Humanities Council. Ladies, hafa. Now, did I pronounce that right, Dr. Keeling? Mother Read, Father Read?
Yes,
okay.
You did pronounce it right. Yes.
What a wonderfully titled initiative.
Yes.
So this actually gets parents involved with the literacy of their children.
Yes.
And would you say that these days that maybe it's kind of a lost art or a behavior between parents and children, that they actually spend time in the evening and read to them? Because that used to be a thing that everybody did before.
I know. Well, now we have television, we have the computer, and everyone's
Facebook.
online at Facebook, and young people have, I've heard 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds have iPhones, and they're watching videos. So
there's nothing wrong with that. But,
no, but we
but
spend
sharing
less
a book
time,
is wonderful too.
Right, sharing a book, right? So we really believe that we want to assist through our program in building a culture of literacy in Guam. So that's why we have actually had this program for 15 years, 13 of which has been funded by Guam Community College. We have a great partnership with them. And so what we do is we use children's literature. We have a curriculum of 29 children's books, and we use that literature to teach literacy skills to adults who then go home and read more often to their children.
Okay, now, obvious question. What books are available? Because I grew up, I want to say, if you have the Lorax, I'm sold.
Right. Well, I'm gonna have Nadine talk about the books that are used.
And I shall be taking
facilitator.
I'm going to check out some of these books. It sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. Well, when I first joined as a facilitator back in 2011, they gave us the curriculum with all the readings, but they taught us that those books that they chose, those 29 books, were actually, they're focused on very important multicultural themes that parents can teach to their kids. So they're multicultural. We have books, Abioyo, which is focused on South African folklore. We have Minglo Moves the Mountain, which looks at the Chinese rural community, the role of a wise man, and parents can use that to talk to their kids. Who are the people we look up to, stuff like that. But one very familiar book we have is Where the Wild Things Are.
Of course.
Yes, so that's one that, yes. Yeah, so we have that as well.
I actually feel bad. Like most of these books, aside from the last one that you just mentioned, Where the Wild Things Are, I've never even read, never even heard of.
Right.
So it's a learning opportunity for me too.
Right, yes. And what we do as facilitators, when we take the curriculum and read the book, we want to teach the importance of diversity in what we're teaching, and then to the diverse audience that we get in our classes. And then
Okay, so aside from developing the literate child, which is, I guess, the most fundamental goal, what else are we looking for? I mean, there's that bond that develops between, parent and children. There's strengthening of the familiar unit, I would assume.
Okay, so there's a couple of things. As you pointed out at the very beginning, we're the only community-based family literacy program in Guam. So we really, the strength of our program is that we partner with other community organizations and schools, as well as Department of Corrections, to really bring literacy skills to disadvantaged adults, right? So it's teaching literacy skills to adults, right? So they can go on to further their education, get a GED, get better employment opportunities, right? And then through that, they teach then and promote reading at home with the family, which obviously increases school success for their children.
Have you ever seen any cases, may I ask, where maybe the parents have struggles with literacy, maybe like a reading disability, dyslexia perhaps, or something like that, and it's actually the children that are contributing to the parents' literacy, maybe more so than
well, I think that goes both ways, right? It's really about promoting the importance and value of reading and literacy in the home. So it can go both ways. Like we work with a lot of English language learners. So oftentimes their children, right, go to school, so their English skills might be better than their parents, right, in terms of, learning and speaking English. So you really see our class participants really increasing their literacy skills, but also then reinforcing that with their school children who, may speak better English than they do.
Now, Nadine, I would say like the lessons again, obviously, you develop vocabulary. There's, because it is children's literature, there's always like a moral, a very strong life lesson you can learn. What else are you finding from people that go through this program?
Right. So what's great about the curriculum is, although we use children's book and we look at lessons and themes that we can teach the children, we also do focus on the adults participants that we have. So within the curriculum, we do have a section just called Literacy as Process. This is where we actually bring an adult narrative, and it still ties into the theme of the whole book or lesson we're doing for the day, but it has a more maybe a longer poem or something to analyze for on their level. So we do try to mix it up. But what I wanted to share about how Mother Read is different is it's more than just reading. What Mother Read really is finding creative ways to make reading fun. So what we do as facilitator is we look up ideas how to make introduce a certain book or a theme through an activity or a snack, like, oh, it's a healthy snack, but it relates to the importance of eating greens in the home, and then so we tie it into the book with all these activities. So it's more than just reading. It's really like making reading fun, basically.
Excellent. Okay, well, we have to go, but I have the final question. Now that we know what the assigned reading list is, the reading set, where can people get these books? Are they available for checkout? Or
so it's not just checking out the books. We have participants who join our program. That's why we have facilitators. So we have different sites, Mother Read sites. So we're actually starting quite a few. The Mother Read site lasts for 15 weeks, and it's meeting once a week for 3 hours per week. So we have one starting in Chilampago at the mayor's office. We have one in Sinahanya. Nadine will be starting one in Lagu and Dedido. We have one at LBJ Elementary School. So they're going to be all over the island, right? So you just need to contact us at our office. We also have flyers that are out in the community as well.
All right. Well, thank you so very much for what you do. My parents, I'm very, very fortunate. My parents read to me a lot when I was a child and everything. And it's some of my fondest memories. And I hope that's what you're bringing to local families. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll see you next time. Stay tuned, everyone. We are back right after this.
The spirit of the holiday is felt throughout the year. Warm cocoa, hugs and kisses for everyone to share. Family and friends alike, laughing with stars above. Oh, what joy this season brings to connect the ones you love. Oh, jingle bells, visit us at GTA. Don't just catch the spirit, capture your holiday.
It's time for Shop Guam 2015. The Guam Visitors Bureau and more than 100 Shop Guam partners have teamed up to bring back the Shop Guam Festival, going on now until February 15th. This annual interactive shopping experience highlights Guam as a fun, fashionable, and diverse shopping destination, while giving our local community access to more than 200 deals and discounts, with new only on Guam and event features. Look for the Shop Guam logo at your favorite stores. Download the free Shop Guam mobile app and enjoy incredible discounts on shopping, dining, and entertainment.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Smiling is a natural response to joy, happiness, and excitement. Your smile reveals a lot about who you are. A healthy, beautiful smile can brighten your appearance and be an invitation to conversation and friendship. It is often one of the first things people notice about you. Now, thanks to the advancements in dentistry, you can have the smile you have always wanted, giving you an improved smile that looks and feels great.
My silver fillings that I have, they're getting older in my mouth and I need to replace them. So I've started to do that, and I've replaced them with the white fillings. And I've had really great success with that. It looks good, they feel natural, and it kind of goes hand in hand with the bleaching. I want a white look all around my mouth. House to Home, brought to you by Remax Diamond Realty.
It is time to talk about home ownership as we do each and every week right here on the show. And Liz and Gina from Remax Diamond Realty Guam are here. Ladies, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right. So, of course, it is a new year. And for people, this is a new adventure, hopefully owning a new home. So let's talk about first-time homeowners. Gina, what should people getting into the process of owning a new home, whether they're kids starting a brand new family, college graduates, they have their entire world is their oyster, or they're people maybe buying their third or fourth home for whatever reason.
Yeah. Whether you're first time or you're doing it again because you're either moving up or you're trying to invest, whatever the case may be, I always tell everybody, start with the money. Because you can go out there and you could look at properties and you could tell us what your budget is. But the reality is when you find that home that you fall in love with, how are you going to pay? And so we always tell people, listen, let's start with the money. We can set up appointments. We can go out and look. But you know, at the end of the day, after we've shown you around, the next thing you should be doing, if not the first thing, is you either go to the lender and get yourself pre-qualified, or if you are lucky enough that you've got cash that you're going to be working with, then sit down and figure out how much of that you want to utilize.
And Liz, for people who haven't watched the program before, or maybe they need a refresher course and everything, what do you guys normally tell people as far as a timetable from starting to shop for a home and then, okay, well, let's go to the banks, let's get the paperwork rolling and everything like that? How do they map that out?
Well, normally the process at one time would be 45 days. And depending on the bank and their system, because they do have guidelines in terms of how many days they have to review the application, how many days they have to send off the pre-qualification letter. So there are guidelines that they have to follow. So I would say to be safe at like a 60-day window. But again, emphasizing what Gina was saying is pre-qualify. Go to the banks first, get an idea of what your budget would be. Because it's really disheartening when you go out there, you pick a house, and then you go to the bank, and then you find out you can't qualify for the loan.
That's got to be heartbreaking.
It is very heartbreaking. So I don't, when I talk to people, I don't mean to be mean about it, but the best thing to do is pre-qualify. And in order to do that, you'll need your last 2 years tax return. Some of the buyers that call us are unaware that they need so much documentation. Get your last 2 years tax return together. If you haven't done it, start thinking about doing that, because there's no way the bank will give you a loan without that. So your last 2 years tax return, your pay stubs, get all your documentation in place and in order for them to pre-qualify you. And the other most critical item is your credit rating. You have to make sure you've paid your bills on time. Those items are also just as important, because you might have a good salary, but if your credit rating is low because you failed to pay your bills on time, the banks, again, will look at that as a risk.
Okay, well, I like how you brought up the fact about tax season, because I was going to say, Gina, is some people, if they want to be smart shoppers, they're going to say, okay, is there an optimal time in the calendar year? I realize that, it's maybe a 45-day window, give or take, but, we're just coming off the holidays. We got tax season coming up. People are always on the look for maybe, repossessed homes or things like that if they want, like a good deal. Summertime is maybe a better time for buyers and everything. Is there an optimal time during the year to actually start the process of buying a home?
We seem to be really busy at the beginning of the year and then during the summer months again. And I think that's just because people move during that, during that time frame, especially our military families.
You know, school's out in December, so we see an influx of people coming on island in January. And we're getting a lot of VA buyers.
Very true.
But the thing about going to the bank, you know, so the process, you know, we're talking about the process. The thing about going to the bank and qualifying for the mortgage and making sure all your documents are in order is you also have to really talk to the lender and find out, okay, a lot of people don't realize there are different types of mortgages. And when you go in, you qualify based on different criterias. And one of the criterias is how much money have you actually set aside? Now, there's only two 100% loan options here. There's either the rural development, which is income-based, more or less. I mean, the income-based, you know, the income guidelines are pretty generous, in my opinion. It's called rural development. And for old-timers like us, we knew it as a farmer's home loan. So that system, that particular type of loan still exists. But when you go to the bank to ask for a mortgage, they're going to charge you to give you that mortgage. It's not free. So you got to ask yourself, how much money have I put aside to pay for my closing costs? Because that's where the money out of pocket comes in. What do you have set aside? And if you don't have a whole lot set aside, then maybe you should be looking towards, do I qualify for rural development? Because that's 100% financing and they can roll some of the closing costs into the loan. Or am I a veteran, or was I in the military before, or reserves, and I've been in it long enough to qualify for a VA loan? That's the only two loan programs here that are actually 100%.
All right, well, we got to run, but certainly, you know, getting all of your ducks in a row is critical before even people talk to you. So if they want to get more information and ascertain, you know, where they go, where can they reach you at?
They can reach me at 687-0911. And Gina at 687-8885.
And you guys are like the ultimate tag team when you help people.
Oh, yes.
Because it's all about getting people connected with the perfect home.
And, you know, they could just call to get information. If they're not interested in using a realtor right now, that's fine too. But we need to set them on the right track.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Great.
Thank you.
We'll see you next
Thank
week.
you.
All right, and we will see you on the flip side of this break. Please stay tuned.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Mas.
Blacksmithing, precise, essential, timeless, forging its place in history from one generation to another. Molding, shaping, transforming the ordinary into art. Each strike, each spark ignites a story of who I am, who we were, and who we are as a community, as Pacific Islanders. At the 2016 Festival of Pacific Arts,
we will share our story.
When you come to Chuck E. Cheese's, you can see what's new.
New fun! New games! New cousins!
What's new?
New awesomeness!
Where a kid can't be a kid.
New year, new rides. Cars Plus New Year's sales event. For a limited time only, make no payments for 90 days. That's right, no payment for 90 days. The spacious award-winning Hyundai Santa Fe saved $4,000. The redesigned Hyundai Tucson saved $4,000. The luxurious Genesis by Hyundai saved $7,500. Now's the time to buy from Cars Plus during our New Year sales event. And if we mention no payment for 90 days, get to Cars Plus and Mighty today before your favorite Hyundai is sold. Pre-apply at CarsPlusGuam.com. Cars Plus, driven by you.
It's a
Academy of Our Lady of Guam's High School 14th Annual Fun Run Walk, Saturday, January 16, 2016. Start your new year off with fitness and fun in this 5K through the village of Hagåtña. Showtime is at 5:15 a.m. with go time at 6 a.m. on Archbishop Flores Street adjacent to the Academy campus. With medals for the top finishers in each category, t-shirts for the first 700 finishers, free door prizes, and a special dedication to the class of 1966 celebrating their 50th reunion. Registration is $10 per person, $6 per student, or $12 on race day. Register at the Academy of Our Lady of Guam Business Office or Royal Bix in Tamuning. You may also download forms at www.aolg.edu.gu. Call 477-8203 for more information. Proceeds to benefit AOLG Scholarship and Tuition Assistance Fund. Brought to you by
On the Gridiron, presented to you by Lone Star Steakhouse and Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL.
The divisional playoffs are upon us, and we are at the friendly confines of Lone Star Steakhouse in Tamuning. Dave Delgado and Andy Wheeler. I'm Jason Salas, and we have, of course, got Golden Fever. It is our promo going on throughout the playoffs, guys. Big Super Bowl coming up, of course, Super Bowl 50, the Golden Celebration. So we have a really neat way, Andy, that people can take advantage and win these commemorative footballs. These are keepsakes.
Yeah, every week, Thursday and Friday, one of us, the guys from I-94, we're going to be out and about at a different location. Want to see your team spirit, man. Wear a jersey, or we'll ask you a trivia question. You just come down, you get one of those cool little commemorative golden footballs.
Now, we can just ask anybody, as is, the case. Anybody can walk up, see any member of I-94. For example, we have a very lovely participant right here. This is Jaylene from Lone Star. How's it?
Hi.
All right, so thank you for dropping off the bread. That was awesome. Yeah, there's some butter all over my smartphone and everything, but that's totally cool.
Sorry.
Okay, so the question, as an example, if you would like to win this football that you can keep for the rest of your life, frame it,
Are you going to sign it?
put it up.
Well,
I would
autograph it, yeah.
Yeah, well, me doing that would greatly devalue the football, but, Andy and Dave would make it better. Okay, so as an example, your question would be, what is the first NFL team in Super Bowl history to lose 4 Super Bowls in a row?
The Buffalo Bills.
Ding, ding, ding.
Very good.
Outstanding. Here you go. Congratulations. Thank you for playing. Enjoy that on behalf of KUAM and CBS and all of our friends.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. We will. All right, guys, let us get this food ready. Again, with the butter falling all over the place. That's great. So, we can just scoop it straight off the table and eat. That's cool, too. All right. Divisional playoff is coming up. Dave, we've got the Kansas City Chiefs traveling to Andy's New England Patriots. We know who Andy is going to go for. Right. Belichick 24/7. What do you see in this game?
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs this time around, only because Alex Smith needs a win like this to kind of solidify himself as a top-tier quarterback. Now, they're on a, 10, 11-game win
11
streak,
in a row, yeah.
And I think it's just going to be a chess match. They're the type of offense that controls the tempo of the game, clock management, and I think if they're the team that has the ball last and they continue to push the ball, hopefully they have a lead. They'll be able to put the game away and walk out there with the win.
Now, Andy, of course, you bleed Patriot red, white, and blue through and through. But admittedly, does this team on such a hot streak and playing so well with all 3 phases of the game, does this make you nervous?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this is one of those games that, last year, early in the season, Kansas City blew out New England, which, of course, sparked them the famous on to Cincinnati, and then they went to win the Super Bowl. But the way this team is playing this year, the guys that are in there, they're healthy. Alex Smith is playing crazy. And they didn't get a bye, but they're still hot. They're riding that momentum. And so New England, I believe they're getting Edelman back. Gronk should be healthy. He's having a little bit of a knee problem. But just the way Andy Reid has coached up that team, the way they're playing, they're so hot. So definitely they've got a really, really good chance of winning. Even though New England is favored in Foxborough, Kansas City's still got a good chance.
Make sure you check out that game with us, TV 11, 7:30 in the morning on Sunday. So if you are getting ready for church, that's totally cool. If you attend church online, if you're you can download a podcast and everything like that, but make sure to watch the game with us. It's going to be a historic moment. On 11 a.m. on KUAM TV 8, Dave, we've got the boys from Green Bay traveling to the Arizona Cardinals, who are the favorite team as far as our friends in Las Vegas go to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, I got Arizona winning this game. I think Carson Palmer's having a great season. He has the weapons around him. Offensively, they're doing really good. So Aaron Rodgers, a lot of injuries to the Packers. I just see Arizona taking this win at home.
Now, Andy, the Cardinals' offense is what everybody has heard about, has feared, has shared all over social media. But their defense is amazing.
Their defense is really, really good. They did lose the Honey Badger, but everybody else on that team, Patrick Peterson, he's one shutdown corner, and they've been doing really, really well. Now, Green Bay, of course, they rolled over Washington, but this Cardinal team, they are nothing like Washington. I think they're going to have a great game. And as much as I would like to see Green Bay and Kansas City make it back to Super Bowl 50, since Super Bowl I was Green Bay and Kansas City, I think Arizona's going to win this game, and they're going to move on.
All right, so that is the 11 a.m. kickoff once again on KUAM TV8, also on Sunday. So you're going to watch literally 6.5 hours, maybe 7 hours if we're lucky, if the game's going to overtime, of quality NFL football on KUAM TV. And then on Monday, get up at 7:30 in the morning, back on TV 11. We have got Dave, the Pittsburgh Steelers. We talked about them so many times throughout the season, but they're going into Denver. How does Peyton Manning handle this situation?
Well, they're going to have a run game. That's definitely going to really help Peyton without him having to pass the ball so many times. It's just the defense. That's been their core of the whole team. So I think if their defense rallies behind Peyton, this probably could be his last season. If they want him to go out with a bang, they're going to need to step up and make some plays.
For sure. All right, Andy, possibly Peyton's last game.
Yeah, it could be. You don't know. He hasn't said, after this season I'm retiring. But his play this season, the injuries and how long it took him to get back, I'm assuming it's going to be his last year. But like Dave was saying, man, their defense has really got to step up. And they're going to have to get out early, score, and then Peyton Manning can kind of take it easy a little bit and have the defense just really get at Big Ben if he even plays. Antonio Brown's going through the concussion protocol, so he's questionable. And if those two guys are out, Denver all day.
That is pretty crazy about the NFL draft class of 1997, guys, because Peyton Manning possibly in his last year. Charles Woodson already announced that he is retiring. Randy Moss retired a few years ago. Matt Hasselbeck still in the league.
Well, yeah, he's not playing right now, but he is still in the league.
Still collecting a check.
Yep.
What about the food, man?
All
It's good. I'm eyeing them wings.
Yeah, I'm all about those wings right there.
And then we have what is that right there?
Lemon salmon fettuccine.
Yep.
And it's got that zucchini in it, which gives it like a really good crisp kick and everything. So make sure to come down to Lone Star, everybody. Enjoy the games. Make sure to try these entrees because they are amazing. And make sure to look for us for the Golden Football Celebration. Catch Golden Fever, and you can come away with one of those footballs. They are the talk of the town. Enjoy the games, everybody. We'll see you next week.
On the Gridiron, presented to you by Lone Star Steakhouse and Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT.